Switch compatible. At an operating system level, the iPad is not switch compatible. So let me explain what switch compatibility is and how you make the iPad switch compatible, and then we'll talk about the particulars, the ins and outs of this. There's two elements that you need to use a switch. So a switch is a binary interface with the iPad. You need the switch itself, and you need a switch interface. Generally speaking, all of the switch interfaces are connected to the iPad via Bluetooth. But here's the key concept. Unlike Braille interfaces that are at an operating system level, and the operating system level understands, and there is a standard way of communicating with the Braille interface, the switch interfaces are not at an operating system level, and there is not a standard at the operating system level to communicate with a switch interface. What that means is that the program has to not only communicate with a switch, but it has to communicate with that specific switch interface. There are three things that have to be compatible. The switch needs to be compatible with the switch interface, and the switches are fairly standard, so that's the least of your worries. The switch interface has to be compatible with the program that you're running on the iPad. So those three things have to be true for you to have a switch interface work with that particular program. You're going to require a lot of testing with this. The beauty of the switches themselves is the switches are fairly compatible across multiple devices, and then so you just need to pick up your switch interface, and then you need to test with your applications. There are some switches that are both a switch and a switch interface itself, so you just need to shop around, and we'll have more information on that later. More and more applications are becoming switch aware, but it's not at an operating system level, so that makes it really a small set. The application itself really has to be designed for that particular switch interface to be switch compatible.